Thank you for doing this. What's your name?
I'm Grace.
Okay, so this is gonna work. Is there's gonna be 5 acts. The first is like welcome, getting like introduction questions, and then context about our product, like what we're making, how it'd be useful to you. And then for acts 3 and 4, I'll like take you through the product or the prototype of the product, and then we'll like talk about it, do some tasks, and then the last one will just be like debriefing and asking questions.
Perfect.
Okay, so to get started, how long have you been lifting?
Not very much.
Okay, how often do you normally train?
Like once a month,
Okay.
maybe.
And when you do, what do you like? What muscle groups do you normally train?
Legs.
Legs. Gotcha. And how much do you enjoy it?
I like it, I just don't have enough time for it.
Do you feel like people are looking at you weird in the gym, or you feel self-conscious in general?
Normally, yeah.
And it like that impacts how often you would go?
Yeah.
Does? Okay.
A lot of times, yeah.
Okay. And maybe it's like a mental game of like deciding what you should wear, different things like that when you're in there as
Yeah.
well? Okay.
Definitely.
Okay. That's not so bad. Alright, so walk me through like your last workout. What did you like, how much did you do and when?
Well,
That's alright.
Okay, what should I say for this?
Like just the exercises you did.
Okay. So I like the treadmill or the Stairmaster, and then I like to do squats and hip thrusts and calf raises mainly just to hit as much of my legs as possible. And
Gotcha.
then
Okay.
that's
Okay.
normally it.
How often do you like to use free weights?
Not as often as like others.
Gotcha. What's the main factor that makes you want to use free weights less?
Just the fact that I'm scared that I'm using them wrong.
Gotcha. Okay. Do you ever feel like one side of your body is stronger than the other?
Yes.
Are you right-handed or left-handed?
I'm right-handed.
Okay. And
Yeah.
is it your right side that's stronger?
Yes.
Okay. And then for your lower body, do you feel like one side is stronger or weaker than the other?
I feel like it's harder to tell on the lower body just because you don't use free weights. Is this too much?
No, that's
Is this
perfect.
okay? Just because you don't use free weights as much with like your lower body as opposed to like holding them over your head and stuff like that. But I would say that one side's
Okay.
particularly more strong.
Have you ever done anything to like track your form or like how like your weight output?
No. I mean, I don't do it often enough to like
Gotcha.
care, I guess.
That's fair. Do you ever use a way of tracking like how much weight you did or your progress from lift to lift?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just like notes apps normally.
Okay. So you're comfortable with using like different apps in the gym for different stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Gotcha. Let me look through this here. What exercises do you feel like most confident in when you go to the gym?
Normally like single leg stuff because then it's easier. You're not like focusing as much on like balance and stuff of like both of your legs, just like one normally. And so I like to do like lunges and stuff because I know that like I know how that's supposed to feel and I know that I'm not gonna like embarrass myself.
Gotcha. Okay. That leads me into my next question. What exercise would you never do because you're just worried you're gonna mess it up?
Overhead press with like dumbbells because I'm always scared because my shoulder is the thing that's like weaker out of the two, so I'm always scared that like something's gonna happen.
Gotcha. Okay. If you were with a physical trainer, would you want to try that exercise?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to a physical trainer?
No.
No. Gotcha. Have you ever been like injured that it resulted in physical therapy?
I have not.
Not. Okay. Okay. Have you ever had pain or injury from lifting?
No. It was normally from sports, but then like when you're lifting on top of sports, it kind of makes it worse.
That works. What did you get injured from in a sport?
In gymnastics, I sprained my wrist, and in basketball, I had a concussion, but I also like sprained my ankle.
Okay. And you didn't do PT or anything after for either of those?
No. They were pretty light sprains, so they told me I didn't need to.
Gotcha. Okay. That makes sense. If you're in the gym and you're looking at your form, how much do you trust what you're looking at, like in a mirror?
For more of like upper body stuff, I don't trust myself at all. That's why I don't usually hit it as much. And lower body, I just try to like, I'll try to just like make sure that my knees are like over my ankles. But other than that, I don't really know
Okay,
how else to.
so like let's say you saw an exercise on Instagram or TikTok and you wanted to try it. How likely are you to go talk to someone and ask for help with it, like in the gym?
Absolutely zero.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely zero.
That's facts. Okay, that's fair. So if you were again still trying to figure out how to do the exercise, where would you go to first for information about how to do it?
Honestly, YouTube, and just kind of seeing if there's tutorials, and if there's nothing on YouTube, I'd probably go to Google next. But
Okay.
okay, do you want to just restart that question?
Yeah. Okay. What was the question? Oh, if you're trying to find a new exercise, where's the first place you look for information about it?
Normally YouTube first, but if I can't find it on YouTube, I'll do like a deep dive into like Google. But if I can't find it there, then I usually just kind of give up.
Gotcha. Okay.
So.
Are there any exercises you would want to try if you felt like you would you had like more support doing them?
Definitely a lot of upper body anything, just because I just feel like I have no confidence in like all of that, especially since I have a weaker arm than the other. So it just like I feel like anything upper body would be more beneficial if I had somebody to help me.
Okay. That's good. Look at my questions a little bit. Say if you were like hadn't been to the gym in a while, would you ever be willing to hire like a physical therapist to get you to go?
Yes. It's just like because I'm in college and everything, like obviously that's not in the budget, but maybe later on down the road, like yeah, I would probably.
But generally you are okay with spending extra money on the gym?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you ever have like an expensive gym membership?
Would you consider a $49 a month expensive?
That's expensive, that's
okay,
for sure.
Then yes.
Okay. So then looking at like specifically when you're lifting, when do you want feedback the most? Like is it that like you're doing an exercise and if you're doing it wrong you'd want to be stopped immediately and told, or you just want to get through your sets and then afterwards like kind of break it down after?
I would definitely, just because I wouldn't want to like hurt myself, and if I am doing it wrong, I would definitely want to be told before I finish the set or whatever, just to keep me from.
Okay, perfect. And then when you're lifting, do you listen to like music?
Yes.
What like I guess tempo or type of music do you listen to?
Hard bass, hardcore, hip hop.
Okay, as loud and like as heavy as it can be.
Yes.
Okay.
Noise canceling headphones and everything.
Gotcha. Okay. Have you ever lifted with someone who's like corrected your form in real time?
Yes.
Was that like frustrating or was it helpful?
I think it honestly depends on like the tone and everything, and kind of like how deep into what I'm doing and how much I think that I know what I'm doing.
Okay.
But if somebody does correct it, in the end, like I'm always way more thankful that there is a correction.
Right, but it is kind of annoying, like when you're right in the middle of something and someone's talking. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Because then you have to like stop, and then you have to take out your headphones, and you're like, what?
So then, in that case, like say you're doing a lift poorly and you want feedback on it, would you rather be told like through a sound cue, or for instance like someone touching your arm and moving it, like a physical cue?
I feel like definitely physical cue, because then it kind of keeps me in the same zone and I can continue, but it doesn't like keep me from hurting myself also.
And then again, so like what physical versus visual, what if you could like see something in your movement and immediately know to change it? Would that be better or worse than physical?
I feel like definitely better, especially if like you don't have a partner or somebody that knows exactly what's going on. I think that would help dramatically.
Okay, I'm trying to see if there's anything else like before I show you the prototype. No, I think that's pretty much it. Okay.
Awesome.
So I'll show you what our prototype is. I'll kind of explain it first. So our product is essentially it'd be a series of Formbands or exercise bands that people wear, like a knee sleeve, an elbow sleeve, or a wrist strap, that helps them correct their form. Awesome. And generally the goal is to reduce muscle imbalances and correct form like in real time. So originally when we thought about this, we thought it would run opposite physical therapists. Like you can either buy our product, the Formband, or you can go to a physical therapist for help. But it actually ended up being funny. We interviewed a lot of experts for this, so most of our experts ended up being physical therapists. So by the end, the most physical therapists that heard about it were like, "Oh, that's actually interesting. Like, we think we would use it instead of like it being separate." So we've kind of changed our idea of like, oh, we could sell directly to physical therapists.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like kind of the angle we're starting to take with it, and like all the different uses we've done for it. And we talked about doing like an elbow one at the start and a wrist, but the only one we've made so far is an elbow or a knee sleeve.
Awesome.
And then we have the program that would coach for it. So
Okay.
I'll show you the video we have of the program that we made.
Is this gonna like cut to the video?
No, it's okay.
Okay.
We can just watch it. I'll give it to you
Okay.
to watch.
Oh.
And it's okay. You don't have to talk while you're watching it.
I don't have to be like, wow.
No.
Keely's. Sorry.
It's okay.
So it works on the leg that it's not.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Opposite leg.
Yeah.
How interesting. Okay, fancy.
Okay. So after watching that, what's the first like concern that pops into your head?
With wearing it?
Like, say someone wants you to buy this and you don't want to buy it. What would be the first thing that you cite as to why you wouldn't buy it?
Just like how accurate it actually is.
Okay. That makes sense. And you asked a question like, does it work on both legs?
Yeah.
So if you saw that product like on the shelf, would you think to buy one knee sleeve or two?
Depending on what the packaging is saying, I would honestly be buying two.
Okay.
But if it's saying like one works for one person,
Mhm.
like then I would know to just use one
Gotcha. But if
because
was,
it
like-
works for both legs.
So say you like walk up to a store shelf and there's one elbow sleeve for $60 or two for let's say 100.
Mm.
Would you buy one for 60 or two for 100?
Probably two for 100.
Two for 100. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay. And then say you had already bought the product and someone asks you, "Oh, why'd you get it?" What would be like the first piece of justification that you would use?
Just to help me out on form when I'm in the gym.
Okay.
Makes me more comfortable with my form.
Mhm. All right. So you saw from the prototype it's a little bulky. How self-conscious would you feel wearing that in the gym?
Honestly, I would feel like a badass.
Okay, so
Be like,
that's
"Shoot."
something we like kind of talked about. Originally, we're more geared towards like unexperienced lifters or people who haven't been or people who are worried about their form. But as you go through stuff like this, it becomes easier to track progress. And part of our prototype would be tracking like movement and how much volume people are moving.
Yeah.
So like a potential pivot or something we could do is for like super advanced or serious lifters, like heavyweight lifters. It makes it more like easy and accurate to track exactly how much they're doing, so it seems like cooler technology.
Yeah.
Because like through this we're trying to solve like a physical problem of people's form being imbalanced and being weird, but the way you get someone necessarily to buy something is fixing an emotional need.
Yeah.
So being self-conscious or looking at yourself too much at the gym, feeling weird, that's kind of the main thing we're trying to solve, rather than feeling like your form or your muscle balance is inadequate.
Definitely. That makes sense.
Yes, so yeah, that makes sense. I think if you saw, so say you have never heard of this before, if you saw someone else wearing it, what would you think?
I would take a picture of it, and then I would definitely be like searching it up on Google just to see what it is.
Okay.
Because I'm not approaching anybody, but I will figure it out.
I get that. Okay, that makes sense. I think. Oh yeah, would you be? So say you bought one, would you be more or less likely to use it at home or actually in the gym?
Ooh. I would definitely probably just do both,
Okay.
to be honest. Like, I think that, you know, if I'm at home wanting to do home Pilates, I would use it. But if I went to the gym, I would also bring it just to see, like, because it's different. Like, there's different ways to use it. So I think that helps.
Yeah. So when you're doing at-home lifts, do you ever set up your phone or some type of mechanism to like see what your form is like, or usually because there's a screen going, you can't?
Yeah, I mean, if I'm on like in the living room and like it's on the TV, like I would be so happy to just like put up my phone as well. Because I don't normally do like Pilates workouts off my phone.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah. All right. I guess let's try it. So first, let's try the program that detects it automatically without the band. So let's try that first. Okay. I want to do the front so you can see it as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh. Okay.
So yeah, stand up.
Oh.
Okay. I'm gonna try to get it set up for you.
How fancy. Okay.
Dude, could you frame it that way? I think it's picking up both of you.
Oh shoot. Sorry.
Let's see.
There we go.
Okay. So come a little bit closer, a little bit more towards the center. Okay. That's good. Now try squatting down normally. Okay, nice. Now.
Should I do it bad? Wait,
No,
should I
no,
do
no.
it bad the first time?
No, that's okay.
Okay.
So a normal squat, like as you're seeing, would read as like totally green, totally normal.
Okay.
Now, so when you're squatting and you can't tell what's going on with your form, you feel like it's more often your shoulders or your knees that are being uneven?
I think it's more my knees.
Okay.
Should I go from the side then?
No.
Okay.
Only front facing.
Okay, sorry.
That's okay. So. Going from front facing, try to make a motion that you would think like would happen if you had bad form with your knee.
What did I do? Cut the camera.
Okay. So
Okay, wait, maybe I was too close.
Yeah, that's okay. So
Okay.
a really common problem people have when they're squatting is that they don't tuck in their knees.
Okay.
So try to move your knee outside of a directly tucked position.
Okay.
Oh,
that's fancy.
There you go.
Okay. Oh, that was bad.
So there you go. That's all right. So you see it's changing to yellow and then red sometimes. Green would be if your form is good and you don't have to make any adjustment.
Try. I'm so sorry.
Okay, don't do both legs at once.
Oh,
Only do one
okay,
leg at a time. Because the program runs off like things being even. So if you move both evenly, it like, tracks it as even.
I'm sorry. Okay. There.
Oh, okay, so
we go.
There. So if you do have really bad form, and you get it into the red, it should play a sound.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh! Go ahead.
So, say if you were lifting and you got that red like screen and that sound, would that like be alarming or would it be helpful?
I think it would be more helpful than alarming, but it would
Okay.
definitely tell me like something's wrong,
Okay,
which is good. It's a notification for sure.
that's fair. Okay, so do try your best to get like just a regular green squat, like no poor form or anything. Alright, there you go. Now, and from your understanding of it so far, try your best to get that like red screen to come up.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's alright, last thing. Start a squat and then try to get it to go to red and then return to green before standing up.
Okay.
There. Okay. Nice. Very good. So this is our first version of it. What do you like think when you first see this? Does that look too bulky?
Maybe a tad, but it's just like any other knee brace, so
Okay.
I feel like it's average.
You don't mind the extra support?
No.
Okay. Try to put that on whichever knee you feel like is better.
And the lights go on the bottom?
Yeah, lights go on the bottom.
Okay. Guess I should know that. Okay. I need to stop vocal stemming. To be
That's
honest.
okay, that's okay. Alright, how much give do we have on that cord?
Oh,
Can that
this
reach you?
isn't very tight. but-
That's okay. Can that reach your pocket?
Yes. Can that reach my pocket? Bruh, hello?
Yeah, the top isn't necessarily the tightest. It's not my favorite.
That's okay. Okay.
Okay, well, no, that's the best I've seen it fit on someone so far. Okay.
Hell yeah, I have fat knees, it's okay.
Okay. So, for instance, let's say you're squatting in a gym, looking at a mirror, and you have this active.
Okay.
So, like, let's say you're having a bad day. So try to get like the yellow on the form.
Okay.
Let's go to red. It's yellow.
She can't. The screen doesn't pull up the. Grace
Oh.
needs to back up
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Hold on. Which way do we go?
that way.
Okay.
There you go.
sorry.
There you go. That's okay. Here, I'll fix that. I'll fix this.
Good catch.
Yes,
Of
thank you.
course.
Okay.
Okay.
So try that again. So try to get the yellow
Okay.
setting on
Yellow.
the yellow. Okay, nice. And then try to get back to green. Nice.
Oh, okay, this is fancy.
Okay.
Can I try this leg instead?
Yeah, you should try that leg.
Okay. I don't know if they can see, but that's okay.
No, that's okay.
Okay. Wait. Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
And then back.
Okay. So now let's picture you're just actually doing like a squat with weight, and I'll turn the sound back on.
Okay.
So say you're doing it normal and it goes to red. So try to get to go to red, and then I'll ask a question. That's okay. Here, let's try that again. So do the leg with the light on it, maybe.
Okay.
Try that.
There it is.
Yeah. Okay. So you see that it's going red there,
Yeah.
and then you would see that your sleeve changes to red on your knee.
Okay.
What? Like you can stand up. It's okay. In that moment, what would be like your initial reaction? What would you want to do first?
I would definitely want to bring my knee in.
Okay. You
Because
wanna
it's
bring it in.
obviously like uncomfortable, and now that I know that there's something wrong, I
Mhm.
would want to fix.
Okay, that's a good point. So, say you were doing that and you were getting bad feedback. If you only had one brace on, would you have any way of knowing which leg it was that was being?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Mm. Gotcha. So that's pretty normal. Okay. So that makes sense. I'm trying to think of anything else you should try to do with it.
Does this work for lunges too?
No, doesn't work for lunges.
I just didn't know if because it was like a lateral reading,
Mhm.
if like that would be.
Oh no, that would be kind of cool though. There would be different exercises to do.
Gotcha.
Okay, so how do you put it on? How do you feel about like the extra weight actually on your knee?
It's actually not as bad as I thought it would be.
Yeah, okay,
To be
so
honest.
separate from like the program and anything, like in between sets you're walking around. Like just like walk around like you would when you're waiting for your set to be done.
Okay.
How okay, so yeah, it falls down a little. That's okay, that's okay. It's a
But
prototype for
other
a
than
reason.
that, you can't even like really tell that it's on. It just feels like a brace.
Okay, it just feels like a pretty normal
But
brace.
like being in a sport, like you wear braces all the time, so
Okay,
it's not
gotcha.
like it's like.
And how much do you like the lights? Like, do you think there could be more or less light?
I think that they're a tad bright, and if I was in like a public setting, maybe it would like distract from everybody else. So maybe having something a little bit more saturated, just so that I can see it and I know more so than the people across the room.
Gotcha.
But I think that it does like bring a good sense of awareness to like movement. So I think that I really like the lights for
Okay.
sure. And keeping them at the bottom of the leg too, like I think is also good because then you can see it when you're bending as opposed to being up on the top.
Gotcha. So, let's say you didn't have a mirror. So like, squat like you would if you didn't have a mirror. Just like don't worry about the program. Just squat normally where you would look at everything.
Yeah,
Okay,
like
so it's
I
not
can,
really an issue to see it without a mirror.
no,
Okay.
especially if like knowing if my legs are like over,
Mhm.
if my knees are over my ankles, like then I know that I can't see this the way that I need to,
Mhm.
kind of thing.
Oh, gotcha.
Also
okay.
kind of helps, just knowing like where it is and.
That's interesting. So you wouldn't like it more. You wouldn't like it on the top because if you didn't have a mirror, you
Yeah.
think that would look weird. Okay.
Yeah. Because I think that it's like, it kind of goes without saying when you're squatting, like seeing, because that's always been like a fundamental thing that you learn. Like
Mhm.
when you're squatting, you should be able to like have everything build on top of each other.
Mhm.
So being able to see this would kind of be a good reference point, I think,
Okay. Okay.
for me personally. But
Gotcha. All right. So next thing we're gonna do is you can take it off of your knee,
okay.
and part of like what we're trying to see if we can do is have it be one band, so it could work on your elbow and your knee.
Oh, okay.
So for the next part, don't worry like about being stupid or it being weird.
okay.
Just try to put it on your elbow, and see if you can do it.
My arm is a tad small. So.
And you don't have to worry about keeping it plugged in right now.
Okay. But honestly, like,
Okay, yeah. So it went on pretty easily.
Yeah.
That's not so bad.
and the location is good. The only thing that I would be worried about is the light.
Interesting.
But
You
if
don't-
you had it like towards the side,
Okay.
maybe, or having the strand a little bit longer.
Okay, gotcha. So like,
Should I be critiquing you?
no, it's okay.
Oh, okay, I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. It's like the point is just to like answer the questions and do the tasks.
Yeah.
So don't worry about like extra thoughts or anything.
Okay,
I'll
sorry.
prompt those. That's
Sorry.
okay.
You could have told me that in the beginning.
That's okay. So like try to do like a standard shoulder press movement. And here I'll take the battery back. I'll take that out.
You know, just give me 2 seconds. Cut. Okay.
There we go.
So just doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that feel restrictive?
No.
Okay.
It feels like a brace. Like it feels like what a brace should be doing.
It's pretty
To
normal.
be honest, yeah.
Okay.
Like having like those wrist straps or whatever. It
Yeah.
feels like it could be like that
Gotcha. Okay.
with the width.
Nice. Okay, now for the next task to complete is take it off your elbow.
Okay. I don't even know where it's.
It's kind of interesting. It's kind of like built funny.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. Now for the next task, I want you to fully put it on your own knee and plug it in with the battery pack, whatever feels best.
Okay. I like this one.
Okay.
Then you have them.
Here's the battery pack.
Perfect.
There we go. Very nice. Okay. Looks good. All right. For the last part of the prototype, I'll show you like the website and app that we have.
Oh, okay.
That made up for it. So
Awesome.
you can take that fully off. So the way we had this set up is you'd have that separately and then an app or like a website to go along with it.
Okay.
So this is like what it would look like immediately. And that's like
Oh,
a
okay.
makeup from it.
Yeah.
So it would be, all of our feedback would be by exercise, not by workout.
Okay.
So that makes sense. So
Yeah.
I guess just you can look at it. It's only a little bit. What's like your first thoughts seeing that? Like when you see an app like that, do you want to download it or does it feel like super clunky?
No, I think that it's clean. I think that it would be like it looks like a well-supported app that I would definitely trust.
Okay. And then when you're like going through like a workout, do you like to do a bunch of different stuff on your phone or do you like to just be doing one thing and focused in?
I like to. Are you asking like in the sense of like
So
the
like
app?
so
and
in
music?
between sets, like
Yeah.
are you playing on your phone like playing games, doing a bunch of stuff, or are you just leaving the music and not like touching it? Where do you fall
Gotcha.
in between that?
I definitely like to take a little bit to break. So, definitely playing music, but also like looking on my phone. Especially if I have something specific to look at, that would be great, and I
Okay.
think that it would also be beneficial to me.
Gotcha. Okay, that's good. I'll ask the like debrief questions like about the product.
Yeah.
What would you say is the most annoying part of it?
Probably just the fact that it slips a little bit, but I
Mhm.
think that just the Velcro. I think that it was just the way that the Velcro was.
Gotcha.
It was just a little long.
Gotcha. Okay. And you said you've worn sleeves for sports before, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where have you worn the sleeves? Like which body parts?
Arm sleeves and then leg sleeves also.
Arm sleeves and leg sleeves. Okay.
Yeah.
When you had those, did you have like multiple of each one, or did you just use like the same brand each time?
I had multiples just because, especially like in volleyball, like when you're diving, it's very easy to get holes in them. So
Okay.
I would have multiples of the same one. So, but I mean, honestly, if you can make that compression thing.
Okay. So then, I was gonna ask, what did you like about those, and what did you not like about when you used those?
I liked the compression. I
Mhm.
liked how it felt very stable the whole time. I didn't really have to mess with it.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I really didn't like was the fact that it's just not as durable. It's very,
It's durable.
it's very cheaply made.
Okay, gotcha. So you said if that could be a compression suit, that would be good. So you would want
Yeah.
it smaller.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But I also think that having them more compression based, I think could fit on different
Gotcha.
body parts.
So you like more compression than support, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Specifically. Okay, that's good. Like when you were moving through it, like what were you noticing specifically, like about it? What was kind of popping into your head as something to change, or like something that you liked?
I really like the spot, and I know that I already talked about this,
Mhm.
but I like the location of the light.
Yeah.
I really think that that helps in more than just like the one fixing of like form and everything. I think that there's other ways to fix your form too that you can use it for.
Okay.
And another thing that I noticed, I think that it's just, I really like the brace feel. I
Mhm.
think that especially when it's like on places that I'm less comfortable working out, I think that I'd be more likely to use it like on my elbow, just to like make sure that if I am doing a dumbbell press, like it helps me
Gotcha.
a little bit better.
Okay, so now let's talk about like the feedback it was giving you.
Mhm.
When you heard that sound that it made when it went red, do you view that like positively or negatively?
I view it positively.
Okay.
I think that it's not like a blatant like you're wrong, you're in the
Mhm.
wrong, like do better. It's more of like a hey, like maybe change this, and I
Well,
think that kind of helps.
Like more of an adjustment.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's say you were like lifting and you had music in your ear. Would you want that to like almost like a phone call like overlay the music,
Mhm.
or would you want it to be in the background?
I would definitely want it to overlay, just
Okay.
so that I know, because
Okay.
maybe I'll be like second guessing and being like, oh, maybe that's a song. Like
Mhm.
I would want it to be like
Gotcha.
in the front of
Okay.
the music.
And then throughout like a course of a workout, if you kept getting that sound, would it be like super annoying and you just want to take the stupid thing off, or it would be like, dang, I really have to figure this out. It's not would it feel unreasonable or would it feel helpful?
I think it would feel helpful, unless like I'm going around asking people and being like, hey, is my form wrong? And it's still telling me that it's wrong, and seeing if there's like something wrong with it specifically as opposed to like what I'm doing.
Gotcha.
And if everybody's telling me that I'm doing it okay, like, and there's like just a malfunction in the computer like that.
That would get pretty frustrating.
Yeah,
Okay.
that would be a little frustrating.
That's fair. And then something we talked about, like me and my group and I, we were talking about vibrational feedback, so like haptic feedback.
Yeah.
Do you think that would be more or less distracting or somewhere in the middle?
I think it would be beneficial, honestly, like, because a lot of people like sometimes would much rather just like the vibration, and having a choice I think is important for people. I think that it would be very beneficial to have like the feeling, just because then you know like something rather than looking at the light, you can just immediately know that there's something.
You don't think it would be distracting or even potentially dangerous for something to shake or move?
I think it depends on how like hard it's actually vibrating. I think that if it's just a little buzz, like I don't think that would be as crazy as like having like a hardcore like shaking.
Gotcha.
But also like if you are lifting heavier, I think that could be an issue for sure.
Gotcha. Okay. I think that's fair. Another thing we talked about was, so let's say you have the knee sleeve on, but you have something else related to it in your pocket or on another part of your body. Let's say your form went poor during when you were squatting. What if you felt feedback somewhere else in your body? You think that would be super confusing?
Yes, I would definitely question it.
Okay.
But I would definitely just look into it a little bit more.
Okay. Like what fitness technology do you use right now, if you've ever used any?
I've tried a few like fitness apps. But other than that, none.
Okay. And have you ever worn a leg sleeve or a knee sleeve or an elbow sleeve while lifting?
No.
Okay.
No. It's just during more of like, because when I lift very like leisurely and at my own pace as opposed to like running a lot.
Gotcha. Okay. In terms of like brand new technologies in general, not just fitness, like how often do you trust them?
I mean, I think that it is pretty like 60-40. Like I'm very like uneasy about stuff like that, but if it's connecting like to my body and it's like reacting with actual like rhythms or movements or feelings, like I feel like I would trust it a lot more just because it's connecting with like myself instead of something else.
Gotcha. So that's a good point. So you like that it uses your information. How much would you trust a company with constant video of like, say for instance, you exercising?
I mean, I honestly don't see a huge deal with that because it's not like putting out my personal information. It's just my weight, my whatever, and what I'm doing at the gym, my movements or whatever.
Yeah.
The like talking about like locations and like stuff like that, I would be a little bit uneasy about, but it would make sense if I was just going to.
So you wouldn't like it saving metadata or like information about when it's recorded. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. So say you bought a technology or a product like this. How likely are you to read like the terms of service or the terms of use for it? Not.
No.
And if
I probably wouldn't.
So if you're not gonna read it, are you more or less likely to accept like the terms or the?
Oh, I'll accept it.
Okay, that's fair. That's the most common answer for that. Okay, so then like specifically about a device like this, what would make you trust it? Like, what information or what validation could it give you that would make you like fully bought into it?
In the beginning when it's asking about like my personal information, just having like what it actually needs to calculate it, and like not having location measures and you know all of that kind of stuff, just having like specifically like name, weight, like anything that it needs, height, whatever, but like just leaving it at that, as opposed to giving it permissions.
Gotcha. And then for the actual output, like of a lift, like of judging form quality and muscle imbalance, what would make you trust it then? Like what would it have to give you or show you for it to like be worth it to you, let's say?
I definitely think just like it kind of proves itself of like providing that good sense of like stability and you're working like the correct things. And I think that that's really important, even if you don't feel it specifically that day, like you know, and you can trust, especially since it's connecting with your body itself, like it definitely helps you trust the product.
Gotcha. What would make you not trust it? What would make you feel like maybe got ripped off or wasn't worth it?
If it's really just like not working the right way, you know, if it's like flashing or, you know, being super wrong.
Gotcha.
It seems like it's seemingly wrong.
Like obviously wrong.
Yeah. Like
what,
I would.
What would like sound your alarm bell faster? If it never corrected your form ever, like it said it was good all the time, or if it was over correcting and being too precise?
Ooh. Probably when it's like never correcting me, to be honest. I think that would be more of like a what's going on versus like, oh, I'm just doing this wrong, like continuously changing it and then just realizing, oh, like something is wrong with it. Like I've changed it every way that I possibly can and it's still not working the way that I'm expecting it to.
Gotcha. Okay, so for instance, let's say you have like, so it would record a video of you and show you where to make changes. Say you were given that video plain and with feedback and information, how much do you trust yourself to be able to tell the difference? Like how much do you trust yourself to be able to see if it's actually telling you anything?
I think I would honestly trust it a lot, especially if it has like the feedback and telling me how to change, especially if it's not just the light and telling me that I'm wrong, telling me that like, oh, you need to move your knee in, you need to move your knee out, like straighten your hips, you know, like stuff like that. I think would definitely, just having like a little like blurb telling me like what it's detecting from it, especially since you have the video.
Yeah.
I think that would be super helpful in that sense.
Gotcha. Okay, now more like economic decision making, like purchase, not purchase, things like that.
Okay.
Given your like current situation, your problem now, what would be probably the most you'd pay for something like that?
I would honestly do like $85 probably max.
Okay.
Just because I would be hoping that it worked, and if it did work, I would be willing to splurge even more, but I think that would be max for like start out.
Gotcha. Okay.
Sure.
So say you hadn't heard about it at all, but someone comes to you and explains it. What's the lowest price do you think you would try it for?
Probably like $40.
Okay.
I think that would be reasonable enough to like
that makes
start
sense.
it.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Do you have a bunch of online app or like streaming service subscriptions?
As in what?
Like
for
Apple Arcade or Netflix.
Yes,
You have a bunch of those. Do those make you more likely or less likely to buy a product?
If they have the student discount, I would be tremendously likely to use it. But if they do have like the subscriptions, I would just
pretty much
it's
indifferent.
Easier.
It feels like so normal at this point.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense. Do you ever feel frustrated when you buy like Fitbit or Aura or all these like health things, for instance? It feels like you buy the hardware for a certain price, but then you end up paying twice or double as much with the subscription.
Yeah.
Do you see that as frustrating or just kind of a part of life now?
I think that the more that I buy into Fitbit, it makes sense, but honestly, like, it is really annoying. Because, to be honest, like, you should be, like, buying into the product and then getting everything with it alongside it instead of separately.
And then for, like, a gym tracking app, have you ever used one of those before?
A few times, yeah.
Did you pay for the premium version?
No.
You didn't?
No. I just tried it, and it didn't seem to, like, work out with what I was trying to get to, so I just deleted it.
Okay, what was their, like, most expensive plan, if you remember? How much did it cost?
It was around, like, $35, $40.
A month?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was, like, the extra premium, and so you could, like, you were able to, like, talk to a trainer, like, when you needed to.
Gotcha, okay.
Kind of thing, yeah.
That's cool. What's the most expensive subscription you think you pay for month to month?
My Adobe Premium, which is like $30.
That's something crazy. I
Yeah.
think it might be more than that. Oh, the student discount probably keeps it under that.
I think it's like 25.
Okay.
Something like that. Yeah.
Do you have like a specific budget that you make for subscriptions, or is it just kind of falls into other stuff that you're spending on?
I mean, honestly, I probably should be budgeting it, but it just kind of like as it goes, I'm like, meh, I need this, so I should probably just get it.
That's fair. And I know you're a student, so you probably use the CSU Rec Center, but
Yeah.
going forward, like, how likely are you to pay for a gym membership?
I think at this point it's like necessary, but I am definitely likely to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the most and least you're looking to pay for a gym membership?
Honestly, like the most that I've paid before is $45, and I really would love to keep that at like mid 30s. And like least, if it can be free, I would love that. But like,
Right. So say it's like a separate gym. You see that it's $8 a month. Are you? Because personally, I'm suspicious. I think what's going on in that gym. So I probably go more expensive than that.
Yeah, I would definitely want to try it out though, because if I can get a bang for my buck, then I will.
Gotcha. Okay. Sounds good. Okay. Now kind of back more specifically to the product.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Okay.
Okay, kind of going back to before. Overall, do you think it would make you more or less confident in the gym?
Definitely more.
More confident. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think it would make you more or less self-conscious at the gym?
Less.
Okay.
Definitely.
Explain to me a situation where you were wearing it at the gym and someone came up and asked questions about it. How would you respond?
Oh, I'd be like, oh, this is so cool. Like, I literally never hit, like a chest day, and here I am because this product like helps me, feel more confident in like the structure of the workout, and just like it helps. You should buy it. And then I'd give them the link.
There you go. That's perfect. If
I'm like mental stimming
true.
so hard. I'm like,
That's fair. If the product came with a subscription that was $15 a month, would you buy it?
How much would the product be?
Let's say you're buying one for $60.
Okay.
Would you use the app service for $15 a month?
Yes, just because my max that I would pay for something like this would be like $80, so that would be around that same price range. If this was probably any more than $60, probably not.
Gotcha. And so let's say let's say the app or service isn't required, would that make you more likely to buy the product?
Yeah.
It would?
Yeah.
So then let's say you buy it and it is required, but there's a freemium subscription. You know what that is?
Yeah, like a
Like,
free.
Yeah, so you get the
trial.
free version, but there's ads and you may lose access to some of the
Yeah.
content. How likely are you to buy the premium version right away?
Probably very likely.
Right away? And
Yeah.
then say you buy it and you need it for a certain amount of time before you buy the premium subscription, how long does that usually take for you to like test it and see if it's worth it?
Honestly, if I started going to the gym more often, like probably like a week or two, but if I went to the gym the same amount that I do now, it would probably be like a month.
Gotcha.
Like a month subscription.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Trying to think. 56 minutes.
Yeah, you guys are gonna need to add another like 10 minutes to this to make up for time.
I can probably make up for time. Then if it's not perfectly an hour, he's not gonna sue me. I'm just trying to think. Kaylee, can you think of anything more to ask? I'm gonna ask ChatGPT for more follow-up questions.
Let's see.
Questions.
Did you ask about like comfortability wearing the?
Oh yeah, I'll do that. That's a good idea.
Okay, like how comfortable it is.
Mm-hmm.
When you would likely take it on and off at the gym.
Okay.
If you would bring it around with you.
Or if you would just wear it the whole time.
If you wear it the whole time.
Okay. Those are good.
If there's like, maybe Grace, you should ask like if there's an app connected to it or like, you know.
That's
No, I
already.
think we
that's
already
already
got that
stated.
for
Okay.
sure.
Okay. Sorry.
Not the
No,
trust.
it's okay.
No, that's okay. We're spitballing here.
We're also talking hella fucking fast,
I know.
so
I'm gonna
it
slow
really
it
doesn't
down.
help.
Slow it down.
Yeah. I mean,
I thought of a good line of questioning too.
Oh,
But what did
for
you
it.
have before?
I was gonna say, like,
Comfortability.
if you wanted to, you could demonstrate like how it's used before Grace, but
No, I don't think that. I don't think that's worth it.
Okay.
And I'll play the clip in the video, so I get another minute.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh
But-
yeah, good idea.
Okay, let's go comfortability. Okay. So when you were wearing it, did it feel generally comfortable or uncomfortable?
Comfortable. Yeah.
Okay.
I think that the compression that it had was good. It
Mhm.
wasn't too much. It wasn't too little. I wasn't
Okay.
scared of it.
And then would you want to take it off in between sets or leave it on for the whole exercise?
For a good leg day, I would probably just keep it on.
Okay.
To be
So-
honest.
So and you would keep it off in between exercises, or keep it on in between.
Keep it on.
exercises.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. That's fair. And you said earlier you wanted it to be thinner.
Yeah.
Do you think there's a happy medium between bulk or thin, or would you want to go as thin as possible?
I think that there's a happy medium. I
Mhm.
think that braces they're braces for a reason, so
Mhm.
they add structure and stability. So I think that, is that too much?
No.
Okay. I honestly think that having a bit of bulk kind of helps,
Mhm.
and it helps with having more confidence with your movement as well.
Yeah.
But I do think that the comfortability of like spandex
Yeah.
and like having it so that you can wear it the whole time and you're not like worried about, you know, like knocking it off or
Mhm.
like unstrapping it or something like that, I feel like could be beneficial to think about.
Yeah,
But
so definitely slimmer and more like part of an outfit rather
Yeah.
than on top of everything.
yes.
Gotcha. Okay. How comfortable are you generally with setting your phone up in the gym to record or do anything?
I'm fine with it. I mean, if somebody's gonna look at me, I don't really care. But like generally, I think that that's less likely to happen. But like also finding a place to actually set it up is
Mhm.
also kind of gets hard, especially having like people behind you. I would be kind of nervous about it reading them instead of me.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
That actually leads me well into the next question. If you bought this, would the first thing you think be, I'll have to go buy a tripod now?
No.
No, you wouldn't
No.
want to buy a tripod.
No, I
Okay.
mean, honestly, I would just like want to find a way to like maybe get a dumbbell or something to
Mhm.
like just stand it up. I think that if I'm paying for a product, I don't really see a point of buying another product.
That's fair. So say if you bought it, how long do you think you would use it, and what would lead you to stop using it?
Probably if it just didn't work the way that I was like expecting it to.
Mm-hmm.
But I would use it until it died, to be honest. Like
Okay.
if it worked as the same way the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it would probably, would it give more or less perceived value if it tracked like the amount of weight you were doing at a time, like to some type of degree?
I
General
definitely think that it
volume.
would. Yeah, it would add. I would pay a little bit more honestly for
Mhm.
something like that.
And it, what's the word? It would be kind of like a motivation
Yeah.
to keep you going. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. And you don't think, is there an instance where you would ever outgrow it?
I would hope not.
Not in terms of like physical size. In terms, let me
Okay, continue.
let me rephrase.
Okay, sorry.
That was good.
Okay. Leaving that one in.
Yeah, for real.
Continue.
Okay. From a what's it called? Motivation and like, what's the word I'm looking for? Motivation or psychological need. Do you ever feel like you'd outgrow it?
No,
No?
I don't think so. I think that it's always important to have good form. So
Mhm.
I think that as long as I'm not outgrowing the gym itself, then I would continue to use it as long as possible.
Okay, that's fair. So say you wanted to get rid of it, would you try to sell it on eBay or would you just put it in a closet somewhere?
Probably try to sell it, but if not, then I'd be like, maybe I'll need it later.
Okay, and so generally if a company offers some type of promotion for sending products back, are you usually pro or con?
I'm totally pro for that.
Okay. So at the at the point of purchase, if you saw that was an option, so you didn't have to like create e-waste or something like that, that would be a value add, you think?
Yeah,
Okay,
definitely.
that makes sense. Okay, now kind of more looking PT and like injury recovery wise.
Okay.
If you injured yourself and this was given to you by a physical therapist, say you didn't know much about it,
Mhm.
would you be skeptical or more willing to buy in?
I would definitely be more willing,
Mm-hmm.
for sure. Especially if like I'm having like an actual physical therapist like hand it to me
Mm-hmm.
and then showing me how to use it correctly and like showing me the benefits of it. I think that honestly like having that, doing PT with the PT and then going home and like using it at home, I think would definitely be super beneficial, and I think that it actually would help like
Mhm.
recovery processes
Yeah.
go faster.
So say you could only use it with the physical therapist, like while you were at an appointment,
Mm.
would that make you more or less likely to keep using that physical therapist?
I think that I'd still use them.
Mhm.
Honestly, I think that I would just be like, they've got a nifty device, like, and it seems to help. So
Gotcha.
I know.
So another thing we had talked about was making like a more advanced, probably less slim, but more tracking version of it. So say
Mhm.
someone's injured, they have like a shoulder going out. We wouldn't make one that's a elbow and a shoulder and a knee. It would just be for a shoulder,
Yeah.
and it would track everything about it. And it would cost more. It would be more of it. But we see it as beneficial to physical therapists and like a more realistic product for them. Would you agree, or do you think we should focus more on specific, like, individual customers?
I think that that would be such a good market to be in,
Mhm.
especially since people get hurt all the time, and I think that that's definitely a good group to kind of like associate yourselves with.
Gotcha. Okay. And then, if it was multiple versions, so say you bought one, and it was a knee sleeve and an elbow sleeve,
Mm-hmm.
would that how would you feel about it? Would it make you feel more skeptical because you're like, oh, it's probably not going to be that good either?
Yeah.
Or would you be like, ooh, it's more value. I'm getting more out of the product I'm buying.
I would think personally that it would be more value.
Okay.
I think that if it fits on my elbow and it fits on my knee, then I'm good. I
Okay.
think that it would, and if they both work the same way, like I think that that would be a greater value.
Gotcha. Okay, so say there's two versions of the product up on the shelf.
Mm-hmm.
One is, say, call it a 2-in-1, an elbow and a knee.
Okay.
And there's one that's just specifically a knee.
Okay.
Or just specifically a knee or an elbow. And that one is more expensive,
Mm-hmm.
but the other one's cheaper. Which one are you more likely to buy?
Definitely the 2-in-1.
Definitely 2-in-1.
Yeah.
Get the value. Okay.
Yeah, unless like I'm actually like specifically worried in one specific area, then I would probably go for one or the other. But most likely, especially if it's not for physical therapy in specifics, I would definitely, if I'm taking it to the gym, do the 2-in-1.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
If this product existed in its best version, what would it look like?
All I can see like in my brain is like a sleeve and having it with like the LED lights, having it maybe the LED lights being more inside of the spandex so that it kind of dampens the color brightness, I guess. But I really like the way and the form that kind of forms around the leg. So I really like what is going, and I like the brace feel.
Okay.
Honestly, I
Gotcha.
really do.
Yeah, and if you could change one thing about the product, if you like, don't worry about design requirements or cost or anything like that.
Sure.
One thing that would make you buy it above anything else, what would that be?
Honestly, I don't know.
That's okay.
Maybe a different way to like plug it in, having like a different light source or like power source, I guess. So if it could just be like battery operated instead of.
Oh, that's a good question I forgot to ask. Would you want it to be rechargeable like anything else in your life at the cost of it being a little bulkier? Or would you like it to be battery powered with it'd be slimmer, smaller, but it'd be like your Apple Watch, or not be like your Apple Watch, it'd be like a regular watch or a car key where you have to switch out the batteries?
Yeah. Honestly, I would much rather a thinner, having it optional I think would be helpful, but
Okay.
I like the thinner, like just replace the batteries and call it good.
Okay.
Just because then I'm not like carrying around a battery, like a big battery pack of some sort,
Gotcha.
or like a rechargeable something.
Sounds good. I think we'll be good. Do you have any other thoughts? Anything else to say?
I do not, but I do think that this is going to be very beneficial.
There we go. Good work.